biodynamic means life force. To bring to the soil fertility through life forces. That means working with alive organic matter in the soil, re-enlivening it and bringing it to its best fertility, its highest fertility. Save all your garbage first, Grandma, and then go out and put it in the soil and cover it up with some soil. And every day you go out there and you put your garbage and put it in the soil in the hole and cover it up with some soil, and you'll have a nice big pile of garbage in a year. You'll have a compost pile. The two main ingredients are alfalfa and dairy cow manure, biodynamically preferably, or dairy cow manure. Now Grandma asks, why alfalfa? You know, don't you feed that to animals? I said, yes. That's what its main purpose in life is. Alfalfa is to feed animals. Almost every animal eats alfalfa. And the reason for alfalfa is when alfalfa root goes 20 feet in the ground and gets the enzymes and the nutrients and the vitamins and opens up the water channels so the worms can get down there and so the water table can come up and feed those vegetables that are growing in that fertile soil. So simple. The logic is so simple. Now you can make 100 different kinds of compost with 100 different kinds of manure, and it all makes compost, but we make the best compost. Here I go again. In the world, recognized in the world as the finest, most nutritious, alive compost there is. And I'd like somebody to refute me. This is called the compost starter. Dr. Pfeiffer was a friend of Rudolf Steiner, and Rudolf Steiner gave Dr. Pfeiffer the indications for making a bacteria like the preparations for small-scale backyard gardeners. So you take an ingredient that you mixed up 12 hours before you're going to use it so it can grow into billions of bacteria to spray on that 1 ton in your backyard that you're making. Rudolf Steiner made it imperative that you teach this agriculture the widest amount of people there are to get the word out about how to bring fertility to the soil and spirituality to the soil through the compost and through these preparations and through the animals that are involved in making these preparations. It's really a holy process, I think. In a critical mass in our work is 10 tons of manure and straw and ingredients that is put into the pile. A 10-ton pile is critical mass. And that is 5 feet high, 9 feet wide, and 15 feet long is approximately 10 tons of compost, ingredients. Composting breakdown process takes about 9 months, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. You keep an eye on it, you check it, and see how it's breaking down and see what it looks like. If all the straw and the manure is broken down and the smell, and there's a color that comes into the pile, it's on its way to becoming finished. And now we're approaching the 10-ton pile that we made, and we're going to insert these 6 preparations, we call them, in different parts of the compost pile for different reasons. 7 preparations can be put in while you're making the compost or after it's finished and you have a 10-ton size pile. Either way, they're inserted about 18, 24 inches apart in different parts of the compost pile, covered up. Preparations are by number in herb. 502 is the yarrow, 503 is the chamomile, 504 is the stinging nettle, 505 is the oak bark, 506 is the dandelion, and 507 is the valerian. Preparations are given in homeopathic doses. Very small amount gives influence to the compost pile throughout a 10-ton pile. I have to mention this too, how important big agro is. Big agriculture is so important. They may use chemicals that kill the fertility in the soil. I'm sorry I had to say that, but it's true. The manufactured poisonous chemicals that they feed vegetables and fruits kills the fertility in the soil. So what does that do? That kills the nutritional value of whatever fertility was in the soil. But big agriculture feeds the world. Hallelujah. If it wasn't for big agriculture, nobody would be fed. That's my take on it. All we want to do is get people to be open to maybe taking 1 acre out of 100 million acres of ag and practice this system and see if it works. And go from there to 2 acres, 10 acres, 100 acres.